Hi, hello my dear friends, welcome to Story Boss. It is a new YouTube channel. Give your support and subscribe to our channel. Elon Reeve Musk is a business magnate and investor. He is the founder, CEO, and chief engineer at SpaceX, angel investor, CEO, and product architect of Tesla, founder of the Boring Company and co-founder of Neuralink and OpenAI. With an estimated net worth of around $142 billion as of July 25, 2022, Musk is the wealthiest person in the world according to both the Bloomberg Billionaires Index and Forbes Real-Time Billionaires list. Elon Reeve Musk was born on June 28, 1971, in Pretoria, one of the capital cities of apartheid South Africa. His mother is May Musk, a model and dietitian born in Saskatchewan, Canada, but raised in South Africa. His father is Elon Musk, a South African electromechanical engineer, pilot, sailor, consultant, and property developer who is a half-owner of a Zambian emerald mine near Lake Tanganyika. Musk has a younger brother, Kimball, and a younger sister, Tosca. His maternal grandfather, Joshua Haldeman, was an adventurous American-born Canadian who took his family on record-breaking journeys in a single-engine Bellanca airplane to Africa and Australia. Musk has British and Pennsylvania Dutch ancestry. He was baptized into the Anglican Church. Musk's family was wealthy during his youth. His father was elected to the Pretoria City Council as a representative of the anti-apartheid Progressive Party, with the Musk children reportedly sharing their father's dislike of apartheid. After his parents divorced in 1980, Musk mostly lived with his father, a choice he made 2 years after the divorce and subsequently regretted. Musk has become estranged from his father. He has a paternal half-sister and a half-brother. As a child, Musk's adenoids were removed because doctors suspected he was deaf, but his mother later decided that he was just thinking in another world. Age 10. Musk developed an interest in computing and video games and acquired a Commodore VIC-20. He learned computer programming using a manual and, at age 12, sold the code of a basic-based video game he created called Blastar to PC and Office Technology magazine for approximately $500. In his biography, Ashley Vance described Elon as an awkward and introverted child. He attended Waterkloof House Preparatory School and Bryanston High School before graduating from Pretoria Boys High School, where it would be easier to enter the United States from Canada. Musk applied for a Canadian passport through his Canadian-born mother. While awaiting the documentation, he attended the University of Pretoria for 5 months. This allowed him to avoid mandatory service in the South African military. Musk arrived in Canada in June 1989 and lived with a second cousin in Saskatchewan for a year, working odd jobs at a farm and lumber mill. In 1990, he entered Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario. 2 years later, he transferred to the University of Pennsylvania, where he completed studies for a Bachelor of Arts degree in physics and a Bachelor of Science degree in economics from the Wharton School in 1995. In 1994, Musk held 2 internships in Silicon Valley during the summer, at energy storage startup Pinnacle Research Institute, which investigated electrolytic ultracapacitors for energy storage, and at the Palo Alto-based startup Rocket Science Games. In 1995, he was accepted to a Doctor of Philosophy program in Materials Science at Stanford University in California. Musk tried to get a job at Netscape but never received a response to his inquiries. He dropped out of Stanford after 2 days, deciding instead to join the internet boom and launch a startup. In 1995, Musk, his brother Kimball, and Greg Curry founded web software company Zip2 with funds borrowed from Musk's father. They housed the venture at a small rented office in Palo Alto. The company developed and marketed an internet city guide for the newspaper publishing industry, with maps, directions, and yellow pages. Musk says that before the company became successful, he could not afford an apartment and instead rented an office. He slept on the couch, showered at the YMCA, and shared one computer with his brother. According to Musk, the website was up during the day and I was coding it at night, 7 days a week, all the time. The Musk brothers obtained contracts with the New York Times and the Chicago Tribune, and persuaded the board of directors to abandon plans for a merger with City Search. Musk's attempts to become CEO were thwarted by the board. Compaq acquired Zip2 for $307 million in cash in February 1999, and Musk received $22 million for his 7% share. In 1999, Musk co-founded X.com, an online financial services and email payment company. The startup was one of the first federally insured online banks, and, in its initial months of operation, over 200,000 customers joined the service. The company's investors regarded Musk as inexperienced and replaced him with Intuit CEO Bill Harris by the end of the year. The following year, X.com merged with online bank Confinity to avoid competition. Founded by Max Levchin and Peter Thiel, Confinity had its own money transfer service, PayPal, which was more popular than X.com's service. Within the merged company, Musk returned as CEO. Musk's preference for Microsoft software over Unix created a rift in the company and caused Thiel to resign. Due to resulting technological issues and lack of a cohesive business model, The board ousted Musk and replaced him with Thiel in September 2000. Under Thiel, the company focused on the PayPal service and was renamed PayPal in 2001. In 2002, PayPal was acquired by eBay for $1.5 billion in stock, of which Musk, the largest shareholder with 11.72% of shares, received $175.8 million. In 2017, Musk purchased the domain X.com from PayPal for an undisclosed amount, explaining it has sentimental value. In early 2001, Musk became involved with the nonprofit Mars Society and discussed funding plans to place a growth chamber for plants on Mars. In October the same year, he traveled to Moscow with Jim Cantrell and Adio Ressi to buy refurbished intercontinental ballistic missiles that could send the greenhouse payloads into space. He met with companies NPO Lavichkin and Cosmotras. However, Musk was seen as a novice and the group returned to the United States empty-handed. In February 2002, the group returned to Russia with Mike Griffin to look for 3 ICBMs. They had another meeting with Cosmotras and were offered one rocket for $8 million, which Musk rejected. He instead decided to start a company that could build affordable rockets. With $100 million of his early fortune, Musk founded SpaceX in May 2002 and became the company's CEO and chief engineer. SpaceX attempted its first launch of the Falcon 1 rocket in 2006, though the rocket failed to reach Earth orbit. It was awarded a Commercial Orbital Transportation Services program contract from NASA Administrator Mike Griffin later that year. After 2 more failed attempts that nearly caused Musk and his companies to bankrupt, SpaceX succeeded in launching the Falcon 1 into orbit in 2008. Later that year, SpaceX received a $1.6 billion Commercial Resupply Services program contract from NASA for 12 flights of its Falcon 9 rocket and Dragon spacecraft to the International Space Station, replacing the Space Shuttle after its 2011 retirement. In 2012, the Dragon vehicle berthed with the ISS, a first for a private enterprise. Musk credited the NASA award, one of the last actions by Mike Griffin as NASA administrator, for saving the company, working towards its goal of reusable rockets. In 2015, SpaceX successfully landed the first stage of a Falcon 9 on an inland platform. Later landings were achieved on autonomous spaceport drone ships, an ocean-based recovery platform. In 2018, SpaceX launched the Falcon Heavy. The inaugural mission carried Musk's personal Tesla Roadster as a dummy payload. Since 2019, SpaceX is developing Starship, a fully reusable, super heavy lift launch vehicle intended to replace the Falcon 9 and Heavy. In 2020, SpaceX launched its first crewed flight, the Demo 2, becoming the first private company to place astronauts into orbit and dock a crewed spacecraft with the ISS. SpaceX began development of the Starlink constellation of low Earth orbit satellites in 2015 to provide satellite internet access, with the first 2 prototype satellites launched in February 2018. A second set of test satellites and the first large deployment of a piece of the constellation occurred in May 2019, when the first 60 operational satellites were launched. The total cost of the decade-long project to design, build, and deploy the constellation is estimated by SpaceX to be about $10 billion. Some critics, including the International Astronomical Union, have alleged that Starlink blocks the view of the sky and poses a collision threat for spacecraft. During the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine, Musk sent Starlink systems to Ukraine to provide internet access and communication, an action praised by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. However, he refused to block Russian state media on Starlink, declaring himself a free speech absolutist. Tesla, Inc. Originally Tesla Motors was incorporated in 2003 by Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning, who financed the company until the series A round of funding. Both men played active roles in the company's early development prior to Musk's involvement. Musk led the series A round of investment in February 2004. He invested $6.5 million, became the majority shareholder, and joined Tesla's board of directors as chairman. Musk took an active role within the company and oversaw Roadster product design but was not deeply involved in day-to-day business operations. Following a series of escalating conflicts in 2007 and the 2008 financial crisis, Eberhard was ousted from the firm. Musk assumed leadership of the company as CEO and product architect in 2008. A 2009 lawsuit settlement with Eberhard designated Musk as a Tesla co-founder, along with Tarpenning and 2 others. As of 2019, Musk was the longest tenured CEO of any automotive manufacturer globally. In 2021, Musk nominally changed his title to Technoking while retaining his position as CEO. Tesla first built an electric sports car, the Roadster, in 2008. With sales of about 2,500 vehicles, it was the first serial production all-electric car to use lithium-ion battery cells. Tesla began delivery of its 4-door Model S sedan in 2012. A crossover, the Model X was launched in 2015. A mass-market sedan, the Model 3, was released in 2017. The Model 3 is the all-time best-selling plug-in electric car worldwide, and in June 2021 it became the first electric car to sell 1 million units globally. A fifth vehicle, the Model Y crossover, was launched in 2020. The Cybertruck, an all-electric pickup truck, was unveiled in 2019. Under Musk, Tesla has also constructed multiple lithium-ion battery and electric vehicle factories, such as Gigafactory 1 in Nevada, Gigafactory 2 in New York, Gigafactory 3 in China, Gigafactory 4 in Germany, and Gigafactory 5 in Texas. Since its initial public offering in 2010, Tesla stock has risen significantly. It became the most valuable carmaker in summer 2020, and it entered the S&P 500 later that year. In October 2021, it reached a market capitalization of $1 trillion, the sixth company to do so in U.S. history. On November 6, 2021, Musk proposed on Twitter selling 10% of his Tesla stock, since much is made lately of unrealized gains being a means of tax avoidance. After more than 3.5 million Twitter accounts supported the sale, Musk sold $6.9 billion of Tesla stock in the week ending November 12, and a total of $16.4 billion by year-end, reaching the 10% target. In February 2022, the Wall Street Journal reported that both Elon and Kimball Musk were under investigation by the SEC for possible insider trading related to the sale. In 2018, Musk was sued by the SEC for a tweet claiming funding had been secured for potentially taking Tesla private. The lawsuit characterized the tweet as false, misleading, and damaging to investors, and sought to bar Musk from serving as CEO of publicly traded companies. 2 days later, Musk settled with the SEC, without admitting or denying the SEC's allegations. As a result, Musk and Tesla were fined $20 million each, and Musk was forced to step down for 3 years as Tesla chairman but was able to remain as CEO. Musk has stated in interviews he does not regret posting the tweet that triggered the SEC investigation. In 2019, Musk stated in a tweet that Tesla would build 500,000 cars that year. The SEC reacted to Musk's tweet by filing in court, asking the court to hold him in contempt for violating the terms of a settlement agreement with such a tweet, which was disputed by Musk. This was eventually settled by a joint agreement between Musk and the SEC clarifying the previous agreement details. The agreement included a list of topics that Musk would need clearance before tweeting about. In 2020, a judge prevented a lawsuit from proceeding that claimed a tweet by Musk regarding Tesla stock price violated the agreement. FOIA released records showing that the SEC itself concluded Musk has subsequently violated the agreement twice by tweeting regarding Tesla's solar roof production volumes and its stock price. Musk provided the initial concept and financial capital for SolarCity, which his cousins Lyndon and Peter Rive founded in 2006. By 2013, SolarCity was the second largest provider of solar power systems in the United States. In 2014, Musk promoted the idea of SolarCity building an advanced production facility in Buffalo, New York, triple the size of the largest solar plant in the United States. Construction on the factory started in 2014 and was completed in 2017. It operated as a joint venture with Panasonic until early 2020. Tesla acquired SolarCity for over $2 billion in 2016 and merged it with its battery unit to create Tesla Energy. The announcement of the deal resulted in a more than 10% drop in Tesla's stock price. At the time, SolarCity was facing liquidity issues. Multiple shareholder groups filed a lawsuit against Musk and Tesla's directors, claiming that the purchase of SolarCity was done solely to benefit Musk and came at the expense of Tesla and its shareholders. Tesla directors settled the lawsuit in January 2020, leaving Musk the sole remaining defendant. 2 years later, the court ruled in Musk's favor. In 2016, Musk co-founded Neuralink, a neurotechnology startup company with an investment of $100 million. Neuralink aims to integrate the human brain with artificial intelligence by creating devices that are embedded in the brain to facilitate its merging with machines. Such technology could enhance memory or allow the devices to communicate with software. The company also hopes to develop devices that treat neurological conditions like Alzheimer's disease, dementia, and spinal cord injuries. In 2019, Musk announced work on a device akin to a sewing machine that could embed threads into a human brain. At a 2020 live demonstration, Musk described one of their early devices as a Fitbit in your skull that could soon cure paralysis, deafness, blindness, and other disabilities. Many neuroscientists and publications criticize these claims, with MIT Technology Review describing them as highly speculative and neuroscience theater. During the demonstration, Musk revealed a pig with a Neuralink implant that tracked neural activity related to smell. Neuralink has conducted further animal testing on macaque monkeys at the University of California Davis Primate Research Center. In 2021, the company released a video in which a macaque played the video game Pong via a Neuralink implant. The company's animal trials, which have caused the deaths of some monkeys, has led to claims of animal cruelty. The Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine has alleged that Neuralink's animal trials have violated the Animal Welfare Act. In 2022, Neuralink announced that clinical trials would begin by the end of the year. In 2017, Musk founded the Boring Company to construct tunnels. Musk revealed plans for specialized high-occupancy vehicles that could travel up to 150 miles per hour, circumventing above-ground traffic in major cities. Early in 2017, the company began discussions with regulatory bodies and initiated construction of a 30 feet wide, 50 feet long, and 15 feet deep test trench on the premises of SpaceX's offices as it required no permits. The Los Angeles Tunnel, less than 2 miles in length, debuted to journalists in 2018. It used Tesla Model X's and was reported to be a rough ride and travel at suboptimal speeds. 2 tunnel projects announced in 2018, in Chicago and West Los Angeles, have been canceled. However, a tunnel beneath the Las Vegas Convention Center was completed in early 2021. Local officials have approved further expansions of the tunnel system. In 2021, tunnel construction was approved for Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Since joining the social media platform in 2009, Musk has been an active user of Twitter, where he has over 100 million followers as of June 2022. He posts memes, promotes business interests, and comments on contemporary political and cultural issues. As early as 2017, Musk expressed interest in buying Twitter. In January 2022, Musk began purchasing Twitter shares, reaching a 5% stake in the company in March. By April, Musk owned a 9% stake, making him the largest shareholder. Musk did not file the necessary SEC paperwork within 10 days of his stake passing 5%. A violation of U.S. securities laws. When Musk publicly disclosed his investment in SEC 13G filing on April 4th, Twitter shares experienced the largest intraday surge since the company's 2013 IPO. The revelation that Musk had acquired a significant stake in Twitter followed Musk's March tweets in which he questioned Twitter's commitment to freedom of speech and floated creating a rival social media site, although the comments were made after he had acquired 7.5%. On April 4th, Musk agreed to a deal that would appoint him to Twitter's board of directors and prohibit him from acquiring more than 14.9% of the company. However, on April 13th, Musk made a $43 billion offer to buy Twitter, launching a takeover bid to buy 100% of Twitter's stock at $54.20 per share. In response, Twitter's board adopted a shareholder rights plan to make it more expensive for any single investor to own more than 15% of the company without the board's approval. A week later, Musk secured funding worth $46.5 billion, which included $12.5 billion in loans against his Tesla stock and $21 billion in equity financing. Later that day, Musk successfully concluded his bid for approximately $44 billion. Tesla's stock market value sank by more than $125 billion the next day in reaction to the deal, causing Musk to lose around $30 billion of his net worth. He subsequently tweeted criticism of Twitter executive Vijay Gad's policies to his 86 million followers, which led to some of them engaging in sexist and racist harassment against her. Exactly a month after announcing the takeover, Musk stated that the deal was on hold following a report that 5% of Twitter's daily active users were spam accounts, causing Twitter shares to drop more than 10%. Although initially he clarified that he remained committed to the acquisition, he sent notification of his termination of the deal in July. Twitter's board of directors responded that they were committed to holding him to the transaction. On July 12, 2022, Twitter formally sued Musk in the Chancery Court of Delaware for breaching a legally binding agreement to purchase Twitter. Musk with astronauts Victor J. Glover, Doug Hurley, Bob Behnken, former NASA Administrator Jim Bridenstine, and Michael S. Hopkins. Musk is often described as a micromanager and has called himself a nano-manager. Musk does not make formal business plans. Instead, he prefers to approach engineering problems with an iterative design methodology and lenience with failures. Musk have forced employees to adopt the company's own jargon and launched ambitious, costly and risky projects against his advisors' recommendations, such as removing front-facing radar from Tesla Autopilot. Musk's insistence in vertical integration causes companies to move most of the production in-house. While this resulted in saved costs for SpaceX's rocket, vertical integration has caused many usability problems for Tesla's software. Musk's handling of employees, who he communicates directly with through mass emails, has been characterized as carrot and stick, rewarding those who offer constructive criticism while also being known to threaten, swear and fire his employees impulsively. Musk expects his employees to work for long hours, sometimes for 80 hours per week, which most employees are aware and willing to meet the demands while a few left because of it. He often fires employees in sprees, such as during Model 3 production hell in 2018, when Musk also slept on the factory floor to set an example for workers. In 2022, Musk revealed plans to fire 10% of Tesla's workforce due to his concerns about the economy. That same month, he suspended remote work at SpaceX and Tesla and threatened to fire employees who do not work 40 hours per week in the office. Musk's leadership has been praised by some, who credit it with the success of Tesla and his other endeavors, and criticized by others as callous and demanding. The 2021 book Power Play contains anecdotes of Musk berating employees. The Wall Street Journal reported that, after Musk insisted on branding his vehicles as self-driving, he faced criticism from his engineers for putting customer lives at risk. Some resigned in response. The New York Times characterized Musk's approach as absolutism. Musk made $175.8 million when PayPal was sold to eBay in 2002. He was first listed on the Forbes Billionaires list in 2012, with a net worth of $2 billion. At the start of 2020, Musk had a net worth of $27 billion. By the year's end, his net worth had increased by $150 billion, largely driven by his ownership of around 20% of Tesla stock. During this, Musk's net worth was often volatile. For example, it dropped $16.3 billion in September, the largest single-day plunge in Bloomberg Billionaires Index's history. In November of that year, Musk passed Facebook co-founder Mark Zuckerberg to become the third richest person in the world. A week later, he passed Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates to become the second richest. In January 2021, Musk, with a net worth of $185 billion, surpassed Amazon founder Jeff Bezos to become the richest person in the world. Bezos reclaimed the top spot the following month. On September 27, 2021, Forbes announced that Musk had a net worth of over $200 billion and was the richest person in the world, after Tesla stock surged. In November 2021, Musk became the first person with a net worth over $300 billion. Around 3/4 of Musk's wealth derives from Tesla. Musk does not receive a salary from Tesla. He agreed in 2018 to a compensation plan with the board that ties his personal earnings to Tesla's valuation and revenue. The deal stipulated that Musk only receives the compensation if Tesla reaches certain market values. It was the largest such deal ever done between a CEO and board. In the first award, given in May 2020, he was eligible to purchase 1.69 million TSLA shares at below market prices, which was worth about $800 million. Musk paid $455 million in taxes on $1.52 billion of income between 2014 and 2018. According to ProPublica, Musk paid no federal income taxes in 2018. He claimed his 2021 tax bill was estimated at $12 billion based on his sale of $14 billion worth of Tesla stock. In 2003, Musk said his favorite plane he owned was the L-39 Albatros. He uses a private jet owned by SpaceX and acquired a second jet in August 2020. The jet's heavy use of fossil fuels, it flew over 150,000 miles in 2018, has received criticism. Musk has repeatedly described himself as cash poor and has professed to have little interest in the material trappings of wealth. In May 2020, he pledged to sell almost all physical possessions. In 2021, Musk defended his wealth by saying he is accumulating resources for humanity's outward expansion to space. From the early 2010s until late 2020, Musk resided in California, where both Tesla and SpaceX were founded. In 2020, he moved to Texas, stating that California had become complacent with its economic success. While hosting Saturday Night Live in May 2021, Musk stated that he has Asperger's syndrome. Musk met his first wife, Canadian Justine Wilson, while attending Queen's University in Ontario, Canada, and they married in 2000. In 2002, their first child died of sudden infant death syndrome at the age of 10 weeks. After his death, the couple decided to use IVF to continue their family. They had twins in 2004 followed by triplets in 2006. The couple divorced in 2008 and shared custody of their children. In 2022, one of the twins officially changed her name to reflect her gender identity, and to use Wilson as her last name because she no longer wished to be associated with Musk. In 2008, Musk began dating English actress Talulah Riley. They married 2 years later at Dornoch Cathedral in Scotland. In 2012, the couple divorced, before remarrying the following year. After briefly filing for divorce in 2014, Musk finalized a second divorce from Riley in 2016. Musk then dated Amber Heard for several months in 2017. He had reportedly been pursuing her since 2012. Musk was later accused by Johnny Depp of having an affair with Heard while she was still married to Depp. Musk and Heard both denied the affair. In 2018, Musk and Canadian musician Grimes revealed that they were dating. Grimes gave birth to their son in May 2020. According to Musk and Grimes, his name was Exia12. However, the name would have violated California regulations as it contained characters that are not in the modern English alphabet, and was then changed to Exia. This drew more confusion, as a E is not a letter in the modern English alphabet. The child was eventually named Exia12 Musk, with X as a first name, Aia12 as a middle name, and Musk as surname. In December 2021, Grimes and Musk had a second child, a daughter named Exadark Siderale Musk, born via surrogacy. Grimes revealed the pregnancy and birth in March 2022 in an interview with Vanity Fair. Despite the pregnancy, Musk confirmed reports that the couple were semi-separated in September 2021. In an interview with Time in December 2021, he said he was single. In March 2022, Grimes said of her relationship with Musk, "I would probably refer to him as my boyfriend, but we're very fluid." Later that month, Grimes tweeted that she and Musk had broken up again but remained in good terms. In July 2022, Insider published court documents revealing that Musk had twins with Siobhan Zilis, Director of Operations and Special Projects at Neuralink. In November 2021, they were born weeks before Musk and Grimes had their second child by a surrogate in December. The news raised questions about workplace ethics given that Zilis is a direct report of Musk's. Also in July 2022, the Wall Street Journal reported that Musk allegedly had an affair with Google co-founder Sergey Brin's wife in 2021, leading to their divorce the following year. Musk denied the report. In May 2022, an Insider article alleged that Musk engaged in sexual misconduct with a SpaceX flight attendant in a private jet in 2016. According to the article, citing an anonymous friend of a flight attendant, in November 2018, Musk, SpaceX, and the former flight attendant entered into a severance agreement granting the attendant a $250,000 payment in exchange for a promise not to sue over the claims. Musk responded, "If I were inclined to engage in sexual harassment, this is unlikely to be the first time in my entire 30-year career that it comes to light." He accused the article from Business Insider of being a politically motivated hit piece. After the release of the Business Insider article, Tesla's stock fell by more than 6%. Decreasing Musk's net worth by $10 billion. Barron's wrote, Some investors considered keyman risk, the danger that a company could be badly hurt by the loss of one individual. He became its chairman and product architect, eventually assuming the position of CEO in 2008. In 2006, he helped create SolarCity, a solar energy company that was later acquired by Tesla and became Tesla Energy. In 2015, he co-founded OpenAI, a nonprofit research company promoting friendly artificial intelligence. In 2016, he co-founded Neuralink, a neurotechnology company focused on developing brain-computer interfaces, and founded The Boring Company, a tunnel construction company. He agreed to purchase the major American social networking service Twitter in 2022 for $44 billion, but later stated he was terminating the deal. He is currently involved in a legal battle with Twitter which intends to complete the transaction. Musk has proposed a Hyperloop high-speed backtrain transportation system and is the president of the Musk Foundation, which donates to scientific research and education. Thank you guys. Let's meet in next video. Subscribe to StoryBoss YouTube channel.